Hello, everyone. How are you guys this evening? I know it's late. Well, it's late here in Colorado. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world right now. Hi. Oh, I forgot to turn my light on. Hi, everyone. I knew there would be somebody. I knew there would be somebody. Hi. Boy, I tell you what, I've been trying to get into the deliberations for the rent house. And it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I mean, every time I go into the deliberation with the jurors and stuff like that, they are so far apart. Some of them are so far apart. It may take a couple of days. So, hi, everyone. I want that. I want that. I only have a little while because I do have to go into work tonight. So, oh, let me get my other chat up so I can see what everybody's saying. Hi, everyone. False teeth, real tarot. Still cracks me up. Gigi B, you're up so late in New York. It's only 9 here. Oh, you're in California. Okay. I was thinking maybe I was thinking of Gigi, who's in New York. I know my Jeffrey's up. He's a night owl. That's for sure. I'm the one who was falling asleep at 7 o'clock while he was still up roaming the apartment late. Hi, T-Bar. Oh, hi. Well, glad to see you. It's just been a lot of energy. I mean, Bannon threatening. The creators on TikTok put Bannon like a little child's voice. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh. That's not the only thing that keeps me from just reaching through and just strangling that guy. They just like to throw a whole bunch of out into the ether. And the thing about that, what comes around goes around. What you concentrate on happens to you. I mean, there are some spiritual rules that they can't even get away with either. Exactly. Keep my peace within. Yeah. I do have that, I get there, you're like, and then something comes in and says, it's going to be okay. You think back in history, there's been upheaval, and, the other side always wins. The side that wants to help, the one that, but I do want to throw or do some remote viewing because I feel it. The world has quieted down. I could probably tap into all that energy real easily. I do want to do a remote view if you guys are willing to for the jury for Rent House, but I tell you, it's a tough one. For the late birds. Exactly. I usually do one for the early birds. Now I'm doing one for the late birds. And people keep on asking me, when do you sleep? When I'm not on here. That's when I sleep. Let me see if I can pull this up a little so you can see the whole. There we go. That's better. And my microphone is better, huh? Yeah. All of that money I spent on those big old huge, microphones and stuff like that. This one cost me $39. And it works better than all of them. It's this thing. It works better than all of them. Lesson learned. Hi, Libra lady. Thanks for joining me. Oh, I probably got it off of Amazon. It's Jovi something. It's Jovi. Yeah, it's a perfect little microphone. Yeah, it's better than those big old microphones that I've been dealing with and changing out and stuff. And the one morning when I was doing my early bird, I couldn't get any sound, so I just grabbed it, plugged it in, and it's working better. So, lesson learned. I'm just going to keep with this. Yeah, no echo problems, no nothing. Sounds perfect. Yeah, I get it. How do I remote view? Well, are you asking like, how did I get to the point of remote viewing, or how do I actually remote view? Because I just close my eyes and spirit shows up and I tell you what I see is how I do the remote views. So, but how I actually got to remote viewing is that I have been doing that, I guess, for most of my life. I just didn't know what it was. And now that I understand what's going on, I have a semi ability to direct it. And when I say semi, is the reason why is because I can still be in the middle of a grocery store and I'd get a remote view. So it's like a hijacking. So that happens too. I think everybody is able to do this. Everybody. I'm not special, and I think every human being has the capability of tapping into spirit and honing in on any of that. So thank you, Arlene. Yeah, I like this little mic. Who knew? I used to use this little mic upstairs. So it was something that I used to use in the beginning, when I was trying to get equipment together. It costs a lot to get equipment and making sure that your YouTube and videos and apps and, like editing apps and stuff. I mean, it's an expense. It's a commitment for sure. That's the reason why when all the donations come in and stuff like that, it goes for all of that. And I always do my best to upgrade, either get more cards or whatever, use it back into the channel. So, all right. Correct. That is true. Is it Arnina? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but yes, sometimes your guides are telling you things and you mistake it for your own thoughts, when in fact it was your guide's voice. Yep. This is how I started. Now, I had to learn where it came. Like, intuition comes through me differently. Ego is at a different spot. So I just had to learn the spot where they come in. Ego usually is all about me, selfish and self-centered. That's how I know my ego's showing up. All about me. Intuition comes in and says a slight, like either a warning, or you're doing well, or everything is okay. That inner spiritual guidance. So ego usually comes through my head, and intuition comes through my body. And I had to learn which spot that was coming in so that I was able to detect which one it was so that I could proceed. So I'm like everybody else. I tell my ego to take a hike, go camping for a while because I'm not available. But my ego also helps me in situations where I need to protect myself with other people. So it does have its uses. All right. Enough about that. True, spirit tends to come through not necessarily quiet, more reverent is my word. Spirit, when they talk to you, it's more reverent and it's more of a loving, guiding direction. Where like ego comes in as in aggressive and overbearing. So, yeah, I agree. Softer, yeah. 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 And to tell you the truth, I had to do a lot of internal work just to get there. It's not like I can go out and lie, steal, and cheat out into the world and then come back in and spirit's going to just be available for me to communicate with on a regular basis. You see, I have to, water seeks its own level. I have to be there to hear it. I can't be somewhere else and be available for this energy because spirit communication is a high level energy that everybody can tap into. But when you are doing low level energy actions, it's really difficult to hear it. It's like it would be like being in a house and trying to listen to somebody speak on the street. You have to remove the house in order for you to listen to what they're saying on the street. And if it's metaphorically, the house is the problem, right? The house is the part that you need to clear out. So there's that too. Who knew? 10:30 at night, spiritual lessons from Sheila. Thank you for joining me, Carmen. I was wondering who was going to be there, but all right. I want to do a remote view on the rent house. Let's and then if you have any more suggestions of any other remote views, I can definitely do. But let's see. Let me see if I can get in. If I can, I can. If I can, we'll see. Take a deep breath. Let it out. And here we go. Rent house. They take votes and everybody just, they take votes. That's what they're doing. They really are having problems. What is the problem? The majority is green. They think he's guilty. There is a red dot above a woman. And before I was seeing a black dot, so I'm checking to see if that black dot is not in the room anymore. So that's good. What is the red dot's problem? The red dot is just literally being the opposite of what everybody believes. I don't know if they're going to, I mean, the deliberations, there's just no outcome right now. I'm seeing yellow, which means maybe it's all caution, all yellow. What else can yellow mean? The whole room is yellow. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Spirit? What does the color mean? Yellow. Okay. I do see a couple more days. Maybe 48 hours, but a longer deliberation than everybody has anticipated is what it's going to take them a while. All right. I'm just going to check in. They have the weirdest caution. Yeah, yellow could be caution. She's causing chaos. Yeah, she's just like the opposite. On the fence. Ooh, yellow on the fence. Yeah, that I think that one matches. Yellow on the Miss Elizabeth. I think you're right about that. Yeah, she's definitely red. She's definitely unexpectedly belligerent in the whole situation. They're having problems. Yellow is treachery. Okay. Yeah, the whole room's yellow. Hi, Marie Hansen. Thank you. Cowardly. Oh, they don't have enough guts to convict him. Yeah, I'm gonna read on that, Judge. I haven't thrown any cards on that, Judge, and I want to do that. I do want to get into do that. Yellow's jealousy. Yeah. Well, green is jealousy usually. But let's look at this judge. Maxwell. Yes, I want to see Maxwell, see what's going on there. I haven't read up on it. I knew that it was happening, but I haven't listened to any of it. So she's a plant. It's fixed. I can't argue that sentiment. I can't argue with that thought. I really can't. I can't go absolutely not. I can't argue it. You know what movie with the judge? Before I throw the cards, you know what movie? It was back in the day. It was probably about maybe 15, 20 years ago. A movie came out, and it was about the NRA, and they showed a whole movie how they did the jury, and how they set up like in the background watching the jury and seeing how they go. This is the feel of the whole thing. Like they, but nobody's allowed to see the juries anymore because of that movie. But I don't know if whoever is in the court in the watching is watching. But do you remember that movie? What was that movie called? It was about the NRA, and they really had enough money to just try to manipulate the jury, and then that one guy got on there and messed everything up for them because he knew that they were going to control and to threaten the people on the jury or compromise them. Runaway Jury, that's exactly it. If you guys haven't seen that movie, go watch it. And you can see the similarities of how it feels because they did raise a lot of money for it. They're trying to pick a jury for Maxwell. Okay. Yeah, it's based off the John Grisham novel. That's the movie that keeps on popping into my head every time I try to get into the energy of the jury in this case. So, yeah, yellow could be slow down or move with caution. I think that's maybe the caution, yeah. Okay, judge. The evil little... I have never seen it that a person who was on trial was so cozy with the judge, and the judge allowed this kid to be around him. I have never seen this. It's almost like that was his nephew. It's disturbing. Yeah, I do see that most of the juries are trying to soul searching and try to get it right. I do see that too. Oh God. All right. All I needed was 2 cards for this judge. Was the Page of Cups, that emotionally, the Page of Cups is also that romance, that creative opportunity, that opportunity he has to end the trial, transform it to what he wants it to be. So that's his goal. Now let me read on what he is. I do too. I did sign a petition to have him removed. I know it probably won't affect this case, but it will affect cases in the future that he has enough people. So if you haven't signed it, it's in my community page. Go sign that. There's a link to sign to get rid of that judge. At least if we can't save this one, we can at least save future ones. Yeah, the predictions are out. Mistrial. I saw the judge just light up when the defending attorneys, the defense, said we're motioning for a mistrial, and he almost got giddy. Are you really? Are you really? He almost got giddy. It was disgusting. He's being paid. He's being paid. 10 of Pentacles come up. The King of Cups, the judge. He's a fool. He wants it to be married on. He's with the militia. He's with the white supremacy. And the sudden action and impulsiveness. He is going to... 5 of Swords. He really is. He's angry that this even was here. He's so into getting this done and over with. He really thinks he has a lot of the free spirit. It's almost like he had a role in placing jurors. That's the weirdest thing to hear. I don't think judges have any control over picking jurors, do they? Do they? Could that process be manipulated? I don't know why these things kind of drop into my head sometimes. Like, could he have really, does he know, he's been on the bench for so long, he could go down to who they send jury things off to, and he could pick them, or he could manipulate them or something? Come on, tell me that's not true. I don't know anything about that. Irish Granny Tarot, yes. Oh, Danny's in here. Hi, sweetheart. Is Helen in here as well? Hi. Hi, Danny. Late night part? Yeah. I've slept most of the day because I have to go to work tonight. I just couldn't sleep anymore, so I thought I'd come down here. Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird process. I haven't seen that. I've heard of it before where they have, say, an X amount. I think his was 18 jurors that they picked. And then the jurors have been listening, this, that, and the other. And then out of those 18, they put all of those names in a little thing. And then he picks out a number. He can't see the name, but he picks out a number and picks out 12 numbers. And then that is going to be his. And that could be the reason why I'm having such a hard time getting into the energy, is because they don't know they may know now, but they didn't know who was going to be the final 12. And that is also being difficult. So it's a difficult one. I thought that prosecutor laid it out step by step, by frame, how it all started and what they were doing. I mean, the one guy that was trying to take the gun away from him, because he's an active shooter, had a gun in his own hand, pointed away from him. I mean, that's not a threat. That's not a threat. Gun owners automatically think that if you're trying to take my gun, I am needed protected. Like, no. Just because you have a gun doesn't mean you are a sane person that deserves a gun. That is just, I can just go on and on about this thing. You know, they automatically think that they deserve that gun in their hands when clearly Rittenhouse is lost it. I wonder how many he would have really killed that night. Truly. If he was given free reign, can you only imagine what he would have done? Oh, did you see the pictures of Odie? Oh, do you have something for Odie? Oh, thank you. I put up on my community page a picture of Odie, how he was just so content and sleeping. And I was like, oh, Odie, you look so... Oh, hi, Whimsy. Are you up with me? Hi, honey. Thank you, Whimsy. Odie is on my community page. I put a picture of him up, him sleeping. He was so dang cute. All right. Is there another remote view that you guys are interested in? Oh, let's do Maxwell. Let me see if I can get into Maxwell and see what's going on with that. Oh, she is something. Let's see. This is a tough energy because she's so stubborn. She's so stubborn. So let me see. Maxwell. Wow. First thing I see her is in a room with a straitjacket. So I don't know what that scene is about. But she's literally in a room with a straitjacket. I don't know if this is something that has happened in prison, or is this a representation of her mind absolutely crazy? Go on to the jury. Go on to the trial. So they just flashed 17 to 18 years. Maybe that's the possible amount that she can get. The children are piling up in rows to testify, so they have a lot of the young girls to testify against her. What else? I think she's crazy at this point. I see her sitting there throwing attitude every time some girl says something. She just throws attitude out. She's going to be very theatrical, looks like. But I do see a possible 17 to 18 years, whatever that means. So, yeah, I think she's going to be sentenced to prison. Yeah. Hi, Sterling Rose. Yeah, is there something? Slimy Greaseball Bannon. Oh, I wanted to read on that his threat. Oh, so he's scared. Okay. I wanted to just speak about that. So, scared men talk bigger crap. The more he talks the bigger crap, the more scared the little boy is. And that was the reason why I kind of picked up on he's scared. It's because he had to come out with all of that. Now, Bannon is an idiot. He really is an idiot. He's a criminal, and he knows how to be a criminal, but he doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut. So, because his ego and his arrogance and his fear shows up first, always. So let's read on him. I know that I keep on noticing all the sores and stuff on his face and his ashiness of his face. So the sores on his face, somebody says it's rosacea or something like that, like it's a skin disease. However, I did look that up. If you're taking care of yourself and your body and eating well and not drinking and doing all the stuff that Bannon does, all of that could have gone away. So it's just almost like a representation of bad health also, because he also agitates whatever is going on. I mean, he looks like he died 3 weeks ago, in his face. Oh yeah. I want to read and see how Texas is going to, at this point, how happy they are that Beto is there. So Bannon is an alcoholic, yeah, because he has that ashy gray face. Ashy gray face, I've seen in alcoholics where that means that their liver is shot. And he has serious health problems in that area. Yeah. Like a walking corpse. I agree. We can pray for enlightenment for him. Absolutely. However, We can pray for, I mean, the enlightenment's available to him as it is for everybody else. And all we can do is show him that it exists in us. That's all we can do, is we can show people who are like that it exists in us, therefore it's available for you. But we all know. All right, Bannon. There's the Hermit again. I still think there's the Hermit shows up for him every single time I have thrown on him for the last 3 or 4 times. I think he's going to get jail time at some point. Like he missed out on his first jail sentence. He's going to get it. He's actually karma's going to come around and bite him in the little buttocks, which I never want to see. 10 of Swords, maybe 10 years, or the Betrayal, 10 of Pentacles. I'm thinking maybe 10 to 20. I think he's going to get 10 to 20 years. 10 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles, 10 to 20 years. And the Biden representation shows up, the Biden DOJ. Yeah, I think they're actually, they're going to put some highlight in what he's been up to. And then we have the 5 of Cups, where he is in guilt. So I do have a prediction that he's actually going to receive his sentence that he should have received before. 10 to 20 is my thinking. I know 10 of Pentacles usually means old money and tradition, but they came out together. So sometimes when you throw the cards and they're in relative to each other, you have to read that. Now he thinks that he has a lot of strength. He really does. In his mind, he thinks that. So I'm going to read on Bento. I'm going to see what Texas thinks of Bento. I mean, I've never seen so many comments about how happy the Texans are about, is it Bento? Am I saying it right? Because somebody will tell me is Autumn in here too? Oh my gosh, look at everybody. I have an all-star crew in here. Hi, Autumn. Hi, baby. I saw, you know what? I saw Autumn on Cash Peters. Have you seen that yet? Boy, Cash Peters just gushed all over Autumn on one of his videos. I thought, oh. Sebastian, is that how you say it? I'm always so afraid of mispronouncing it. Beto O'Rourke. Beto. Okay. All right, let's see. He did. All right, Texas. Are you happy with Beto? Let's see what's going to happen with Texas. Well, they're giving him money. King of Pentacles, they're giving him tons of money, which is really, really good. He's feeling overwhelmed because of all the money that has come in for him. That's awesome, Texas. He's getting tons and tons of donations. He's overwhelmed with it. Oh, balance and patience. This is a reading on Texas wanting Beto, okay? So Texas is giving them money, and he's being overwhelmed with it. And then Temperance shows up at the base for Texas with Beto. The Sun, the High Priestess, holding on to something. So the Republicans did show up. And try to cheat. They're going to try to cheat him out of it. The opportunity of cheating, it presents itself. However, the Ten of Wands, the burden and the responsibility, the King of Wands shows up. He gets it through. And then the Wheel of Fortune shows up for him. However, the Ten of Swords is also here. That represents the Republicans in the state, that they're going to feel really, really, really bad. But he gets the Wheel of Fortune card. So right now, the energy of the people who are in Texas are really happy that he is going to be running, that he is running for governor in Texas. So right now, but the Republicans are really trying to gear up to cheat. So if you are in Texas, gear up to help him and to watch out for the cheating. Do what you can. Get local, get in with, you can actually join his campaign. Just be that support in every town that you're at, in any town, just be that support. And also the country. I mean, we really need Beto to beat out Abbott, right? Because we're tired of Texas terrorizing their women. And so anybody can also donate is that right? Can anybody donate to his campaign? Or is it just through, oh gosh, where's Nancy Jean when you need her? I think the whole country can donate to his campaign. They can? Okay. But right now, they're very happy with him. I mean, the Republicans are not. Oh gosh, no. Oh, Abbott really attacked Beto hard? Of course he did. Like I said, the more afraid they are, the harder they go after. The harder and the harsher they speak, the more fear they have. So it's just his little fear showing up. How was Ronald Reagan? That's a strange question. I'm not going to answer that. Okay. The more they bully, the more fear they're showing up. So just more out of control that they can be. Let me do the opposite and read on Abbott. Got a few more minutes left. Hi, Debsy. Are you talking about my I know what you're talking about, my rods. All right, let's see where we stand with Mr. Abbott. He also is getting money, but he also has the Nine of Swords. He's really anxious and worried about that. He also gets the stalemate and indecision, so he's really worried. I think you, Sarah Jolly. He's also worried about that. Now, I did a Celtic cross on this. He's defending, but there's also a lot of money. He really thinks that Texas loves him. He really does, but I also get the Hangman for him. Moving on, the Chariot, moving forward, moving on. I mean, the Republicans are going to throw a lot of money at him as well. The ongoing battle and worry. Okay, so that's his thinking. So now let's see what Texas thinks about him. Hi, Linda, my night owl. Thank you, sweetheart. That's my mom. Say hello to my mom, Linda. She's my adopted mom. And her husband. All right, let's see what Texas thinks of Abbott and see if he's going to, because he thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. He thinks he has all the money. Ted Cruz. Oh, I can't think of that boy. But yeah, he thinks he has it all in the bag. He really does. He goes, there's no way. There's just no way Texas is going to go Democratic. There's just no way. There's no way. He's always surrounded by people who like him. He should try going out in public more often. Okay. Oh yeah. Texas is heartbreaking, and they're done with him. So that's good. The majority emotional pain with him. So they see him as heartbreak and betrayal and suffering. So that's how they see Abbott. That's Texas. They see him as evil. This is Texas. Seeing him. The growth. See, well, as you can see, this card is a pregnant woman. So they see him as hurtful and evil with the pregnant female. Justice. Ooh, Texas really is done with him. Really, really, really done with him. Being taken care of. Well, this one here is really a positive card, but being taken care of, this probably has a lot to do with not being taken care of and quick action. So yeah, they're ready for a new leader. They are absolutely ready for a new leader. Ha 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 ha. King of Cups. That always represents the Democrats for me. Bye, Abbott. Bye. I mean, I have a strong connection to Texas. Oh, my alarms went off, so I'll have to be going pretty soon. I have a strong connection to Texas because my mom, my dad, my two older sisters, and all of my family from my parents' side are from Texas. My father was in the military, so we all traveled all over the place and landed here in Colorado Springs, where I was born at the end of his career. So actually right here on Fort Carson. But anyway, so I have a strong I've been down there so many times and lived down there because my husband was stationed in Fort Hood for a little while. So I actually lived down there as well. Anywho, so I have that family connection down there and lots of family members down there. Unfortunately, a lot of them are Republicans. But as you can see how I was raised to not be who I am. It's the truth. All right, everyone, my alarm went off. I have to get to work. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the donations. If you hit the thumbs up as you go. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. It's worth your while. I promise you that. We have years of content and years together. We can get through all of this, and I'm always here for you. So tomorrow I have Dave. I'm doing a videotape with Dave. I also have a new creator who's going to be with me tomorrow. Let me see. Kathleen Lightworker Tarot. So I'm going to introduce you to another YouTuber. which is one of my favorite things to do, is so you guys have options and see, what they have. And I think that's it. If you haven't put your questions up for Dave Johnson, please do. He really enjoys the spiritual questions. So if you're kind of tired of political, you can definitely go check that out. And I'll have that up as soon as possible. I know there's a lot going on this week. And also, I've also reached out to Linda G. She's just kind of busy until after the holidays. So I'm going to catch up with her in January. But Lena and I are probably going to do a get together. So there's that. Anywho, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for joining me. And my heart sings when you're with me. So thanks, everyone. You have a good evening.